Hello everybody, it's your boy Pyrotechnic and I'm back with some breaking news. Yes, we have to talk about it. ESPN and their massive layoffs this past week has been very, very crazy to say the least. That just goes to show you that their parent company Disney is losing profit. They're losing profit because they're not getting back what they put in. Their movies haven't been getting the money back at the box office because we know that Disney is not as traditional as they used to be, per se. We know that ESPN has been slacking in their productive and visualization on the channel. Basically, what I mean is they have been really downgrading the last 10-15 years. We don't really have any good shows on there. We really don't have the best analysts and announcers on there anymore. They let people go like Jalen Rose, who was on the NBA edition. He was an analyst with Stephen A. Smith, Kendrick Perkins, Malika Andrews, and the guy that's on the show with Tony Kornheiser. What's his name? Forgot his name. But he's on there with him. They let Keyshawn Johnson go, who used to be on Sunday NFL Countdown with Chris Berman, the great Tom Jackson, Mike Ditka, and Rex Ryan, and Chris Carter, and guys like that. And I was kind of sad to see Keyshawn Johnson go because I grew up with him, and I grew up with Sunday NFL Countdown every Sunday morning. And I watched, NFL Prime Time with Chris Berman, the great Chris Berman and the great Tom Jackson. And sometimes Keyshawn Johnson would fill in for Tom Jackson. It'd be him or Booger McFarland. Steve Young has left. He was on the Monday Night NFL Countdown crew with Randy Moss, Booger McFarland. Also, Susie Colbert has left. She was there for a long time. She had done a great job at ESPN over the last 25, 30 years. So, it's not looking good for ESPN. They let a lot of big name people go. Jeff Van Gundy, which this hurts the most because that 3-team tandem with Mike Breen, Mark Jackson, Jeff Van Gundy for the NBA Finals over the last 16 years has been very astronomical, and it's been very satisfying to hear those three call the NBA Finals. It won't be the same anymore. They let people stay like Scott Van Pelt, who I absolutely cannot stand to watch. They still have Malika Andrews on there, who is just a big enough problem as Jalen Rose was what went down with him and Malika Andrews. Kendrick Perkins is still on there, who is very, very... He's not a good announcer to me. Stephen A. Smith is good. You can keep him. He's a loudmouth. He's going to bring in the ratings, so they got to keep him in. But all this just for Pat McAfee to come in and get his money. Now I understand Pat McAfee is a big time talker. He's a big reality TV type guy. He's a very outspoken individual. And they're trying to see what they can bring him in for. They said a report, SportsIllustrated.com said, Pat McAfee's ESPN contract worth $85 million over 5 years. Over 5 years, and to be honest, he brings in advertisers because his show is super popular. And the ad revenue Disney will make from bringing him on board is more than the total amount they're paying him. So they're trying to bring him in for $85 million over 5 years. Now, a lot of people are mad and saying that, oh my gosh, why did y'all cut all these people? Why are y'all just doing this for Pat McAfee's contract? Why can't y'all just keep the rest of them and bring him on? Well, it's because of Disney, people. Disney is losing revenue. They're losing money because they're so woke and they're going broke. The thing that's keeping Disney afloat now is the park and recreation systems. You have the movies on Disney Plus, but they're not even doing that good anymore. A lot of people are canceling Disney Plus because of this, LGBTQ propaganda and indoctrination to these young kids that they're doing now, and people do not like that. And what Disney has got to get back to doing, see, this is why somebody from Walt Disney family needs to be the leader, the CEO of this company, because the way this company is going now, it's not going to be as big. I mean, it will always be big because it's Disney, but it won't be as profitable here soon enough if they keep on doing the things they're doing. They're losing money. They're not gaining any new fans. A lot of the people are leaving Disney and going to things like DreamWorks, things like Illumination, Nintendo, Paramount, Lionsgate, which is like Fox. And, things are spiraling down for Warner Brothers too. Warner Brothers and Disney are kind of in the same boat, which is kind of weird because they're both celebrating 100-year anniversaries this year. So, oh man, it's just crazy. I never would have thought that they would have got rid of people like Jeff Van Gundy. I would have never thought they would have got rid of him because he's been with Mark Jackson and Mike Breen. I would have never thought they would have got Jalen Rose off there too, because he's been a decent announcer. Keyshawn Johnson, they didn't really give him a lot of airtime. Susie Colbert, she's more of a Monday Night Football countdown person. Steve Young gone. It's crazy, but this is just a snowball effect because Stephen A. Smith and they'll be next, possibly. Now they did sign Joe Buck and Troy Aikman to a 5-year contract with to voice and to announce Monday Night Football, which I was like, no way. Oh man, I miss the old days of Monday Night Football when they used to have Frank Gifford, Howard Cosell, Don Meredith. Even though that was before my time. But I love the way Frank Gifford, Al Michaels, and Dan Dierdorf called the Monday Night Football games. And Mike Tirico and John Gruden and Giles, Ron Jaworski, they did a good job too. I really wish they would have kept them because they were a good team. But Joe Buck and Troy Aikman calling Monday Night Football, I just don't like it. But that's just my opinion. Let's see, Fox. Fox has Tom Brady coming in. You got Greg Olson. You got Kevin Burkhardt. Is Chris Myers still on it? I think he is. NBC. You have Tony Dungy. You have Mike Tirico. You have Dan Patrick. No. I could be right. Bob Costas, he left. Let's see. My thing is, okay, could Disney end up losing ESPN and ABC? I hope they do. Because I miss ABC Sports. I'd really miss ABC Sports. And I truly just miss ESPN being their own brand. I wish they wasn't owned by Disney. Disney messes up a lot of companies. Like Star Wars. Like so many other type things, man. Like, it's just crazy. But y'all tell me what y'all think about this. It's your boy Protenic. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment. I'm out.